In 2.4, we're really building a lot off of 2.3, but which was multiplying by tens, hundreds, and thousands. So we're estimating products. And I know a lot of kids will say, why can't I just solve it the regular way? This is going to help us break down some strategies that we're going to learn in the next couple of days. So it's going to be really important. And a lot of times we're going to see some story problems where it's asking us to just estimate. And we're going to save ourselves a lot of time that way. So we're going to look at a problem like 6 times 316. We're trying to estimate what our answer is going to be. We don't want to find it right now. Our single digit number, so my 6, is going to stay the same. My 2-digit, 3-digit, 4-digit, however large of a number it is, that is what we're going to round, and we're going to round it to the largest place value. We want to make this as easy for ourselves as possible. So I'm going to round it to my hundreds place. So I'm thinking in my head, is it closer to 300 or is it closer to 400? I know that if I look over at the 1, it is lower than 5, or it's 4 lower, so I'm going to round it down to 300. So I'm going to do 6 times 300. Now this builds off of 2.3, so I'm going to look at my basic facts. 6 times 3 is 18. I took off 2 zeros, 1, 2, so I'm going to add back on 2 zeros, then add my comma. That's all there is to it, so it's a lot of building off of yesterday. Another example would be 5 times 28. Single digit number stays the same. I'm not going to want to round that one, so my 5 stays the same. I'm going to round my other digit, or my other number, to the largest place value, make it as easy as for myself as I can. So I'm going to round it to the tens. Is this closer to 20 or to 30? I know that 28 rounded would be 30. So 5 times 30 is going to be 15, and my 1, so 150. The reason that we don't want to do, let's look at 4 times 748. The reason that we want to make sure that we're rounding to our largest place value is because we don't want to run into something where we say, okay, I keep my 4, and I'm going to round this to 750. Well, now I'm still stuck in the same situation where I'm having to do quite a bit of thinking to figure out what this is. Again, make it easy for yourself. So it says closer to 700 or to 800. Closer to 700. Now this is pretty easy. I can look at this. 4 times 7 is 28. Add on my 2 zeros. I'm good to go. One problem just to show you in the thousands, we could do, let's do 8 times 3,871. So my single digit stays the same. 8, round to my largest place value. So is this closer to 3,000 or to 4,000? I know that looking at my 8, that tells me I'm going to go up to 4,000. So 8 times 4,000. 8 times 4 is 32. Add on my 3 zeros. There were quite a few story problems that we talked about today. I'll do one exactly from the homework to show you. So number 9 was Isaac drinks 8 glasses of water each day. He says that he'll drink 2,920 glasses in 365 days. So then we're trying to figure out, is that a possible answer? We're not going to solve it to get an exact answer. We're going to estimate and see if we think it's probably close. So 8 over 1 day, he's saying that, or what we're trying to figure out is 8 times 365. Is that equal to 2,920? So you kind of have to read through the problem, figure out what my total is, and then what am I multiplying by? What was the 1 day or the per single amount, and then multiply that by however many times or days they're saying. So single digit stays the same. 8 times 365, is that closer to 300 or to 400? That's closer to 400. I know 8 times 4 is 32. Add on my 2 zeros, 3,200. So then from there I would say yes, that is reasonable, or no, this answer is not reasonable because I rounded and got this. One more example from the homework would be most Americans throw away about 1,300 1,365 pounds of trash each year. Is it reasonable to estimate that Americans throw away over 10,000 pounds of trash in 5 years? So it's asking, is 1,365 times 5 equal to 10,000? Or greater, I guess. So again, it said, is it reasonable to estimate that Americans throw away over 10,000 pounds of trash in 5 years, when this is per 1 year? So single digit stays the same. Is 1,365 closer to 1,000 or to 2,000? I know that it's closer to 1,000. 1,000 times 5 is 5,000. And then I can say, yes, it's reasonable because it's close, or no, it's definitely not reasonable because it is not close.